Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another stream where we are back live. And this is going to be your host. This is going to be your caster, Torix, back with another action. Today, we're going to be seeing DDX versus BTS. Battle 3 day 3 tonight in this regard, whereas there's going to be a total of 19 teams live playing against each other in trying to hope to get to one another. Uh, but once again, the match has started, and straight up going into the match, because this was a hectic situation. But joined by me is going to be Sour Candy Gaming as well. So first of all, Sour Candy Gaming, welcome, and we will be welcoming her after some time. So until then, moving back to the match, going straight up towards the area, straight up towards the plane path. We can already see the plane path. The plane formation is already forming from the Sinvoska military base towards the shooting range side. Whereas right now, we are seeing the factor, we are seeing the scenario that the teams have like made a complete like rotation, a dropout towards their own location, toward their own regards. Right now, we can see some teams, we can see like a lot of people dropping near the Milta city, dropping near the Milta power area, whereas that might be just a place where the teams are going to be fighting against each other, engaging against each other. But at the same time, the circle has changed its formation towards an eastern side shift. Yasnaya, Lepovka, Milta power, these are the areas that are right now in the favor of the circle, right now in the favor of that area of the circle. But whereas we're talking about the teams, whereas we're talking about the circle, let's straight up go towards the match, straight up go towards the action, where we are going to be seeing the military base team JXR versus team XRs over here, in which case scenario, the team JD, the two players from the team JD are going to be joining us in towards this match from the team 22. But as these guys are joining from this team, there is also going to be another team right in front of them, right in regards towards these guys, which is going to be JXR. And if we're talking about this team, in fact, in this team, we can see four of the players, four of the complete players, four of the complete squad being joined up. Whereas Anusan, Kivan, Haji, and there's going to be Miss Yu joining out in towards the match. The fight may just be a 4 versus 2 scenario, but will this 2 versus 4 scenario be in towards these guys' favor, or at the same time from the team AXM favor side as well? Because of these two factors, because of these two situations, the things can get pretty dicey. But there comes a grenade, a second grenade from Anusan. This time around, we have to see if this grenade may just make an impact towards the players, may just make an impact towards the enemy side or not, because there goes the grenade, no hit whatsoever, no damage whatsoever onto the player, and the players are going to be completely out into the safe side. But the rest of the team from Misyu and Kivan, these both guys, these both players are actually going to be forcing out in towards this area. They're going to be getting the eliminations on towards the players, so they're going for the engagement, they're going for the fight. But will this fight be in towards their favor? That is the main concerning thing, that is the main question, because so far no fight, no player has been demolished into towards the kill feed section. But if we're talking about another place, another region, we can see in the Yasnaya Poliana, there's going to be two teams as well. One of them is going to be 2 million, and at that same time, alongside of these guys, there's going to be like one more team, which will be the DDX at this position, at this area. DDX Era, Baby T, there's going to be Junior BT, Reflex BT, JBT, these four guys against the 2 million, four players. We have to see if these guys are actually going to go for that aggression or not, because in towards the military base section, and towards the military base area, we can already see the fight has started. One of the player from the GKR has been taken down alongside of the team X Arzuopi as well, leaving only the Beast as the final hope of the team. Beast is kind of like far away from this location, but if we're looking at the composition, if we're talking about the position of the team JKR, one of the player, which is going to be Haji, he's totally out scouting scouting from the top section, and this guy has the best angle from this whole case. The three players, the rest players, which is going to be Anusan, Kivan, and Matthew. These three guys, these three players have each other's back, but who has their back in this area? And that is going to be the Haji player for the team JKR. Right now, one kill has been done, one elimination has been done, and they have finally one kill in towards their backpack. But if we're talking about the Beast location, if we are talking about Beast as in whole, the last player for this team, he's kind of moving away. He do not want to stay over here because he knows if he stays, it's going to be a chaotic situation because his teammate Arzu OP has already given out the call out, so there is going to be at least a complete squad, not unlike us, not unlike them, which were a two-player squad. The rest of the team, the rest of the players are going to be a complete squad at that area. So that is what's happening. A total of 72 players are surviving, and a total of 19 teams are in the match. 2 minutes 30 seconds before the first circle actually closes up, or before the circle actually shrunk down towards our next radius of the horizon, towards the next radius of the new map, of the map, not the new map, the new radius of the map. But if we're talking about the map circle right now, we can say almost 40 or 45% of the circle is right now inside of that water. And that must mean that already the radius, the place that the players can actually go into the safer side, has already been cut in half, almost cut in half at that point. So teams have to be really careful where they're gonna go, where they're gonna head out, and which particular location, and I repeat, which particular position are they going to choose for themselves, because it's going to determine a lot for them for the next match, for the next areas as well, for the point table, for the point section, because one wrong area means that you're not going to be able to survive in towards this match. And leaving, I think, as from the top 19 towards the top 12 is a really hectic situation, really hectic position for you, because not only you're not going to get a single position point, but at that same time, even if you survive from that fight, from that angle, there will be the casualties. There will be the thing that the players will be demolished into half, maybe, or even like a trio, or even a solo at that point. And that's not good for the teams in the last case scenario, in the last circles. So that is why all the teams right now, from my perspective, are not going for the fights, and they're just staying in towards the safer side. And that's what we're witnessing. The teams that are inside of the circle, they're not moving actually anywhere whatsoever. But if we're talking about the other teams that is outside the circle, just look at that. From the Jojo Pool, Northern Side City, the VGR, these guys are over there, 4-man squad, all standing, circulating inside of that circle. TSR, these guys are also trying their level best to get inside of that circle, in which case scenario, if they're actually able to find some good cars, if they're actually able to find some good vehicles, they can actually take all of the players all together. But so far, right now, all 4 of the players, and I see all 4, almost all 4, because look at that, there's 2 people from the TSR side that are right now on the same bike in this area. But there we go. This guy is going to take that buggy, is going to move out of this area. Fuji SG, he has the buggy as well. If we're talking about the Samael and Apache, these 2 guys have the single the motorcycle for themselves right now. But there we go, Pachi has been lifted off the bicycle. He's gonna go for that buggy. And right now I think this guy is kind of lagging, because so far he's going forward, he's coming back, he's going forward, he's coming back, and that is not a good thing if we are seeing that. And look at that, he just slammed his car right in towards that area. But as we're talking about the slamming of the car, the circle has also slammed its next location over towards the players, over towards the players that are going to be playing in towards this match. 19 total teams, and one of them, which is going to be the DC squad. All 4 of them, they are just moving inside of the circle with a rotation, not a boat, not a rotation, but going to be a rotation at this point. It's going to be like a 4-man, which is already in a single boat. I'm just going to call it rotation. That's what they're doing. If we're talking about the Swanti, this particular guy is kind of like a super low on that HP side, not healing or anything. Noob Devil, he's there as well. If we're talking about Savanti, he has 5 bandages, but going for the refueling of the boat right now. They chooses to ditch the car, but at that same time, a player from amongst them just said, "Yes, I have the fuel, I have the gas can. We can actually take the circle. We can actually do somewhat of a more rotation." But as we're talking about the rotations, the rest of the teams which are already on the land, they're also rotating out from this particular location. 72 players, 19 teams. One of them is going to be Team VP Chainsaw, which is facing some of the fire, some of the bullets on his car, some on him and some on his car. So far, the damage has been mostly done to his car and not on himself at this position. But will that actually get changed after the circle actually takes yet another shift? Because so far, what I'm seeing after 10 minutes, 11 minutes, we're seeing yet another circle taking a shift. 1 minute and 30 seconds, once again, that the circle is going to take yet another shift, yet another flight towards the next radius of that region. So far, the second circle was in the favor of the teams as it has moved towards the landside area. But now is that time for the teams to make a move, to make a new rotation for themselves, because they know the next circle is not going to be for them. But as we're talking about the next circle, we have to also talk about the team TSR, which has been fighting against the team 2S, in which case scenario, just look at that, Sinu Love into the kill feed, getting 1 knock for the team, 1 elimination as well. So there goes 1 complete annihilation of the players. At the same time, BTS Rocky fighting against the team VP Atom X. That particular guy has been knocked out, and that must mean that there is going to be another fight yet somewhere else in this region, in this map. But look at that, as we're talking about the circle being closed on, there's going to be a lot of players, there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to be facing against each other, that is going to be fighting against each other in this regard, in this scenario. But RS, this guy's BTS, all the players, all the cases of the players are getting taken down like candies at this point. They're dropping down like candies, because so far there was 19 teams, 75 players inside of that lobby, and that must mean that every angle, every corner that you're gonna go, you're gonna be facing with some of the players, with some of the enemies at your disposal, at your location. BTS Ash fighting against Ryderio. Ryderio has been taken down. Adam X has also been eliminated. Chainsaw and Perfect are going to be the only 2 players that are going to be surviving. But no, from the backside, there's going to be Datan OP fighting against the Perfect, knocking him out right at that point. Chainsaw, being the last player, has been given out the call out that he needs to move out of this location, because if he do not get out of this location, things are not going to be in the favor of this team. VP is right now surviving completely on towards the last player, but VP Perfect, that guy Misery, has been taken down. He's completely finished at that time. A total of 66 remaining players are going to be surviving, but I'm still seeing the number of the teams haven't dropped a single bit, because it's still on the 19th side. The circle has yet another taken a different shift, whereas the first circle, the first shift was over towards the high right side, a high eastern side, but now it has gone straight up towards a complete opposite, towards the western side region, towards the western side area. 2 million that are also going to be fighting against the team TC. At this time, 2 players from the team TC has been taken down. There goes a third one as well, but at the same time, the last player, Shaheen, will he or she get the kill or not? Because he tried his level best to get the kill, but no, it was not enough, because there was a lot of players. There was so many players that were facing him out. And at that same time, as with that elimination, as with that particular player's death, we have finally seen our complete squad annihilation. ISS Lucifer is going to be here as well, alongside of is the rest of the team, which is going to be Rezor, Jimmy, and at the same time Daughter. So Tata and at the same time Jimmy are kind of like all together. Jimmy and Razor actually in fact are all together, but at the same time onto the other side, if we're moving on towards the Tata side and Lucifer side, these guys are kind of far away from each other, kind of far away from one another in towards the angle, but at that same time those angles are made just to be in towards these guys' favor as well, because so far they're at the corner side, and that must mean that the corner side means that you will have enough time to get inside of that circle after the circle takes its shift, after the circle make its move. And there's also a chance, because because the last circle made its way towards the hard western side region. This time around, it can go towards the hard eastern side region, in which case scenario, if it actually do, this is that team. ISSI is that team that is going to be having that beautiful position for themselves, the beautiful location for themselves at that time. But aside from that, aside from the position, the 60 players that are surviving with a total of 18 teams that is still alive in this match. DC and BTS, these guys are fighting against one another. New Devil, this guy is going to be getting inside of his coop. He's going to be moving inside of that circle, but look at that. There's going to be yet one player right in front of him. He just darted right in his face and moved towards a safer location. But talking about the other players, which is going to be Shivanti, this person is kind of right now knocked out 600-meter outside of the circle. They have to make their way inside of that circle. Mansion is that location right now, but on the other side, the team TSR, they're also facing other casualties, leaving a single sole player for them right now. BD kill him. This guy's knocked out as well. At that same time, just look at that. The number of the teams, they're not dropping. The players are actually the one that is dropping, and the way that the players are actually dropping, it's so hard to distinguish which player is right now being dropped out, because TSR is the final hope of the team, and the rest of the team is actually aggressing on towards this guy. One player was super low on that HP, but no, the rest of the players came in with the clutch, eliminating out the player. Lucifer is also knocked out. Totter right now is giving out some of the cover towards the players. The team 20 million, they're also over there. They're also over there. 53 total players and 15 teams which are going to be surviving right now is in a complete panic situation, because every single step that they're going to take right now is going to be either into their favor, or it's either not going to be in towards their favor, because so far, as we're seeing the team BD right now in this location, in this particular location, we can see they were like facing some of the casualties. They were like getting some of the shots on towards these guys. 4 players that have been eliminated by them. 4 eliminations on towards these guys. RS is right in front of them. Just look at that. Bacha G Rod. There's going to be Hamel G Rod. These 2 guys particular has been eliminated. Ashen and Complex are the only 2 standing hopes of the team, but look at that. DD Panda is fighting with the team 2 million. 2 million is facing some casualties at this position at this point, because if we're talking about the 2 million, they're right now down towards the last 2 players. From the 2 million side, there were a total of 4 players that were joined up by these guys. Macro got 2 kills, and Dead got 2 kills, but right now, Dead is the only guy that is surviving with the highest kill ratio in amongst their teams. DD is right in front of them. G-Rod, they're fighting with the team BD, in which case scenario, Pixie has been taken down and eliminated at that position, at that point, at that particularly same location. A total of 15 teams are still surviving. There's still going to be 3 unfortunate teams that are still not going to get a single position point for themselves in this match. There goes another name down. There goes another number down, leaving us with a total of 14 teams. And that 14 teams mean that now the number has been dropped down to the last 2, and after those 2 numbers, after those 2 players, 2 teams, we're finally gonna see our first team that gets eliminated to get 1 point in towards the position. But team JKR, they're facing against the team DD at this point, in which case scenario, just look at that. Reflex has been taken down. Misuse coming from the backside, and at the same time Haji is also coming from that particular angle, but Misuse is gonna be using that grenade at this location, throwing it out randomly in hopes to get the shot, in hopes to get the eliminations on towards the player, but no, it's not gonna do her any good. DD is also fighting. 2 million has been totally annihilated at that point, but Ash OP, Rocky, and at that same time Rasta OP, these particular guys not only are staying all together against one another in this particular location, but one grenade may just be able to like take their whole team down. There goes another team down, which is going to be team DC, BD, Potter, and RC. These guys, are fighting against the team SL, Hazen, and Amare. These three particular guys so far has one kill fighting against the team DS, I believe so at that point. The team BTS, in fact, at that point, because from the BTS angle, from the BTS side, we can already see they're like shooting a lot of people. The casualties, the fire, the gun sound was amazing from their angle as well. But Razor, he's just shooting at the cars at this position because nobody's there except for the cars at this position. Bota, if we're talking about this guy, Bota has knocked out Storm at that point, and with the knockout of the Storm, there might be some rushes from the team on the team B13, BMX at that time, because talking about the team, Era is going to be the only player surviving. There goes the grenades, there goes the casualties from the grenade. Tryout was knocked out, finished up at that same position. Luffy has been given out that revive. 2x, 2s Sinu X Love. This guy's knocked out too. Neo has been knocked out as well. But if we're talking about the team DD, these guys are not only just got like one elimination from one team, that is going to be MX, but at that same time from the back angle, there's a lot of other players that has been taken down from these guys as well. A total of 3 kills in towards their backpack, in towards their bag right now. But DD Reflex, this guy's also taking out his best reflexes at this position, getting a total of 3 out of 4 kills for his team. There yet goes another grenade, and this might just be it for the team, because Luffy this time around has been knocked out by Reflex. Backside we can see some fires up from the Cobra that taking down Reflex at that time. Jimmy's also fighting with the Pisces. Pisces has been taken down as well. Haji is also knocked down. A lot of casualties are being faced up by the team, because if we're talking about the team ISSI, right now they're fighting with the team BTS right in front of them. From the back angle we can see the team VG, the team DD, the team DD second lineup. All of them are going to be fighting. BD has thrown a grenade, in which case scenario that grenade just made a huge impact on towards the player, knocking them out, getting them killed. A total of 8 teams with that are going to be surviving right now alive in this match, in this particular location. And that must mean that all of the 23 players that are going to be surviving, either they have to like take a chill pill, they have to either go for the engagement, or either they have to like give themselves out towards the circle. So it's either one of these two scenarios, it's either one of these two locations. So a total of 7 teams with that are going to be surviving. The circle has yet taken yet another shift, which case scenario VPR, these guys are kind of like inside of the circle, kind of like outside the circle. But VP Cobra, oh my god, this guy staying away from his team, just taking the fights all alone in this area. And I have to give it to this, I have to like call out to this guy, give a shout out to this person, because not only he's kind of like far away from his team, but at that same time he was taking the forefront to fight at that angle, at that position. Cobra, this guy finally is back, because Viper was taken down. Cobra has to like give out a cover towards his teammate, towards his players at that time. But VP Cobra, can you make some casualties at this particular location? Because so far team ISSI, SL, BD, DD, DD, second lineup, the VP and BTS are the only teams that are surviving, because Rashad OP and Roki from the team BTS with the 3 kills. Team VP, if we are talking about these guys, they have the 3 kills as well. Talking about the team DD, which are fighting against the team ISSI at that position. These ISSL, in fact, right now, these guys have a total of 7 kills. But look at that, BD Thor, he's gonna be getting some knocks on towards the players. He's either outside the circle, he's right now outside the circle, but at that same time, just look at that, the position that he's in, the way that he's taking down the players, the way he's taking the engagement so seriously that he got even more 2 players out of this match. A total of 10 kills for the team, and BD is surviving on towards the last 2 players. Not only this 10 kills are gonna give them a somewhat of a boosted in morale, but at that same time it just might not be enough because of their manpower. But look at that, they're not giving up. Thor with that amazing use of that 3x spray on that M4, he just knocked out yet one another guy and gave a huge damage on towards the second guy. Calum, he's trying his level best to get into the same scenario, same position, whereas he was before, he was at that point, and right now slowly and steadily he's making his way towards the team that is going to be the DDX Junior Error JBT. But on the other side, if we're talking about the team BTS, Rocky this time around has taken yet a knock in this area. So right now with this position, with this location, we have to see Rocky how he's gonna move forward, how he's gonna move in towards this engagement. Rasha, because has been spotted down by the team BD at that point. And just look at that, the shots are coming on the shot OP, but no, he's surviving. BD kill him. INC and Thor has been taken down by the hand of team VP at that point, getting a total of 4 kills for themselves right now. But now, at that same time, Hated, Craig, and Devil TD, in fact, these three guys are moving forward, just prone down, slowly and steadily making their way inside. But no, team DDX, then they're somewhat like, we can say, in towards that area where they don't have to move, and at that same time they have to like make sure that they have the cover side for themselves as well, because the zone is super far close towards them, because it's only 3 meters, 5 meters, 8 meters for the team. There goes the grenade, there goes the throwable at that time. But the main problem is that there's a team right in front of them, and not only the team that is in towards the location that have almost the same kill as them, but at that same time with the more manpower. Error Bay with that amazing grenade just came with that clutch, but at that same time Cobra tried to get in towards that area. Team DD has just taken down as well, taken them down as well, because of the Devil TD side. The way that this guy was shooting, one player was taken down by a grenade, the second was just taken down by his particular spray at that point. And right now, as the team VP, the team BTS, all of the players are all together in this regard, in this area. Team VP, these guys are right now all standing, all 4 of their legs, all 4 of their players are standing on towards their 2 legs. 3 teams in total are going to be surviving. There's going to be a fight of a 4 versus 3 versus 2 scenario. In which scenario, if we're talking about the team DD right now, Junior has faced a lot of damage on towards himself, but with this 5 first aid kits and 1 med kit in particular, this guy has a chance of pulling this off, getting one more like a back-to-back kills for this team, for his team. But team VP, how are they gonna face this particular location, for themselves? So 3 teams and 9 players, 4, 3, and 2, 4 versus 3 versus 2 scenario. The best chance that the team has is going to be towards the team VP. I have to give it to them because of their manpower, because of their player advantage. But at that same time, it's PUBG. It's a area where it's completely open. Each and every single one of the player is totally prone. So it's a matter of factor of who's gonna spot who first, and whose spray are gonna connect on who first at this particular location, because it's going to be a time of spray. But there goes, Error has spotted yet one player. Viper has been taken down. The second player was also given out some kind of shots, because the Viper was also taken down by Error Bay BT at that position. Because if he do more shots on towards the players, if he do more sprays in this particular location, I can already see Rico may just get taken down, because there goes the Junior spray, and Junior has taken yet one player down. Rico has been already killed off. Craig is the last surviving player, because Devil also has been taken down. There goes the grenade. The grenade is being cooked. One grenade may just be the casualty for the whole team of the team DDX at that time. Craig's, this guy is just a solo surviving player. JBT, Error BT, and Junior BT, 3 players that are standing in that particular regarding area, is going to be fighting against the team VP, DDX, and DD at that same time. All these 3 players are in a deadlock situation, because a single move may just be enough for the whole elimination at that location. But Craig's, Devil, these 2 guys have somewhat of a place called a ridge, a particular haystack cover for themselves. So not only they're like completely safe from the front side, they were not from the back side, and that is the reason that Patia came for their demise, came for their elimination, knocking one player out. Second player has also been spotted, shot at it, but not at the same time, because Craig's with that amazing, and I say amazing, position spotting of the player just annihilated that guy, making sure the fight is right now in a 3 versus 1 scenario. The teams are completely going for that engagement, going straight up for the rush. The player has to move out of this location, and that is it for the team, because he just gets taken down. He just gets annihilated at that point, and with that, that, we have a winner chicken dinner in the favor of the team DD right now. DDX, in fact, right now, because the JBT lineup, the DDX BT lineup, getting a total of, and I repeat, 11 kills for themselves. It's just amazing. It's just awesome. In towards the factor team DDX, the TD factor, the TD lineup. These guys have the second position for themselves, and at the same time, a total of 7 kills in towards their backpack. Not only like they managed to get the second position for themselves, but with the 7 kills of factor, I think they did somewhat, they outperformed themselves somewhat in towards that area. But still, on the third spot, we have the team VP right now with amazing, and I say amazing, 9 kills, just 1 kill away from being on the double-digit kill streak side. But again, only one team that was a winner chicken dinner team was the one that got the double-digit kill. But with that, the first match has yet came to its end. It's came to its stop, and with that, we're gonna be going on a short break. So before we go on a short break, stay here, stay connected, make sure you like the stream, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and share the stream as much as possible, because there's still going to be, I believe, so 3 more matches. So stay here with us, stay until then, and we will be right back.
Forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. On to the place where all this began. Just start again. Won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. On to the place where all this began. Just start again. You won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Hold on, hold on. It's not lost, you're not lost. Hold on, hold on. It's not lost, you're not They said, don't fall. Don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run. Don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. To start again. You won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Hold on, hold on. You're not lost, you're not lost. Hold on, hold on. You're not lost, you're They said, don't fall. Don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run. Don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. To start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. To start again. You won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't
All right, everyone, we are back after the short break, after the short while once again with you. And as we're talking about the scenario that we're back, I will also be going as introducing myself. And this is your caster, this is your host, Torix. And once again, this is going to be the second match for the DDX versus BTS, the Battle 3, Day 3. And once again, the plane has yet taken the flight. So, straight up going into the match, we are going to witness some of the formations, some of the fights of the teams at that time. And just look at that. Teams have already jumped off the plane, jumped off the area, and as they have jumped off of this particular locations, we're going to be seeing the plane line right in the front of us. And the plane line, which is right in front of us right now, how will it affect the player? How will it goes for the players, for everyone in this area, in this particular regard, particular location? Because so far we're seeing not any kind of a hard drops area, a hard drop locations for the teams, but at that same time, right now, the teams that are dropping, we can see that there is some similarities into their dropping pattern, into their dropping locations. Whereas the circle is straight up gonna go once again towards the same region as it was the last time, and that must mean that yes, the teams will have to be forced to go towards the eastern region yet once again in this match as well. But if we're talking about some clusters, I can only see a 2 or 3. At one is going to be outside of the Hasi and the Del Patron with BTS and VP, but from the other angle, from the other location, we can see in the Minas del Valle, in the Minas del Sur area, because teams, there's going to be the team DDX TD lineup, there is going to be team RS, there was a GKR at that same particular location, but right now no one is going to be there, no one is there for now at this location. And that must mean that the fights, that was a chance of the fight is going to be no longer available. Teams can easily, and I say easily, stay in towards the safe region, in towards the safe location, and just wait out for the circle, just wait out for the circle to make it shift towards them, and then make their way inside of that circle. Because so far, as we are seeing the players, as we are seeing the things getting on right now, we can already see that there is a lot of similarities. There is a lot of similarities of the pattern that from the last game. There was a lot of team that went towards the southern region, and now this is yet once again there is 3 to 4 teams that went towards the southern region for their what is it called, the loot. But now the western side region is only composed by 2 or 3 different teams. There's only 2 or 3 different teams that is right now in towards the western region, and that means that in that particular location, in that particular area, teams will be facing out some casualties, may just face out some casualties. Because so far, if we're talking about the locations, if we're talking about the particularly teams rotation, if we're talking about the particularly teams positions, we can only see them looting out right now. There is nothing more than they are looting at this particular location, because they know that the loot is really important for them for the later games. But at the same time, this is the Miramar, and the beauty of the Miramar is in its vast location, in its vast particulars positions. Whereas now is that time for the teams to make sure that they get at least a single transport area, transport car for themselves. Because if they're not able to get the cars for themselves, it's going to be a hectic situation. And once again, the fire has started in this particular location. In which case scenario, the 6-1 was the one of the players that was shooting at the team. Pachifo, I think Pachifotia also spotted some of the players, but at the same time, no shots were done on towards the players. So far, the teams, the players, all of the particularly like locations that the teams are at right now is going to be completely safe. No one's is going to be interfering with anyone, and I say anyone. No one's going to interfere with any one of the other players. Everyone that is safe, that is right now in the safe particular location, we have to see, will they be able to like get inside of that circle? The teams that are outside of the circle right now, are they going to be able to get inside of that circle? Are they going to be able to like make their way inside? Whereas they will not just be safe, but they can make sure that the other players from their teams are also going to be safe. So it's one of those things, it's one of those particular locations that the teams need to be careful on where they're going to move. So Miramar may just be a very vast location, may just be a very like a big particular location where teams can just go anywhere they want to be. But at that same time, if they're not careful, if they're not like knowing where the players might be, if they cannot anticipate that, then that means that they will be going out maybe in towards the enemy side location, and that must mean that yes, exactly what do you think that they will be facing out in the fires, in the crossfires, in the particular once again back-to-back fights. But the circle is closing on. One of the team, which is going to be Team DC, is right now outside of the circle, and as they're outside of the circle, we are also seeing these guys, these people not making a lot of moves in this area, in this particular location, because so far, if we're talking about these players, if we're talking about these this player in particular, just look at that, Panuth Gaming, he's kind of like he's actually moving, but his car is not when we go towards him. So Team DC is straight up moving inside of that circle. Yes, they are moving. A total of 18 teams has joined us during the second match of the Miramar, and that must mean that already one player, one team that were like in the crossfire and towards the area where there were like chances that they will die, they were gonna die. Now they have a good particular location for themselves, and they can be all safe and sound right now. And as they're gonna be safe and sound, we also have to see the teams that are already inside of that, not just the circle, but kind of like close by to each other, because being close by towards the other players, being close by towards the other team members means that yes, there is going to be a time where you will be going for the fight, where you will be trying to get into the fight as well. Because just look at that, TCX Avish just got out of the car, knocked out, and at that same time, Team SL is going to be the team that is going to take that first casualties towards the other team and get the first blood in towards their favor. And that must mean that not only their like confidence is kind of like boosted up, their morale is boosted up, but at that same time they have the northern side location all for themselves. There is no one, and I say no one behind them. There is no one going to be behind them. They're all going to be into the safe location. But once again, if we're moving back over towards the SL, we can already see one of the player, which is going to be Suste. He's going to be throwing a grenade. He's going to be making sure that the grenades, the bouncers, the throwables are going to hit any of the players, and if he gets a casualties, that is the tie-breaking situation for the team. That is the moment that the teams are actually going to be going for the fight, because from the backside we can also see Doom making his way close by. Amare, this is one of the guy that was kind of like faced into the crossfire. Susta is also down. Doom is entering out that location, but no, Susta is not going to survive because of that, because so far two players that were here, they were like so fixed on getting the kills for themselves. But there we go, Doom's grenade is going to make some of the casualties, some of the crossfire, some of the splash damage on towards the player, but not enough to eliminate them out of this match, to get them knocked out of this match. As in, if we're talking about this guy, he's going to be throwing out a grenade, but no, he has just changed out his grenade towards a particular gun right now. But Grumpy has taken out a molly. No molly has been thrown. Ashton, once again, is ready for the fight, is ready for the engagement. And as this guy is ready for the engagement, let's see if this grenade is actually gonna enter out this location or not, because there goes the crossfire, there goes the splash damage on Doom's side. But no, Doom is still gonna survive. Doom is still going to be alive. and as Doom is alive, Hazen is going to use this opportunity, utilize it towards to get inside of that buggy and move out of this location, but the back tire is going to be punctured. As the back tire is punctured, he has nowhere else to go. He's going to be taken down by the TC Ironside, but on the other side, Doom, as he gets taken down, it's a complete annihilation of the players. It's the complete annihilation of the team, and as we are seeing the team TC right over here, right in this area, getting one casualty for themselves and taking 4 on towards the enemy side. I think that's a good trade-off. Knock and eliminations from these guys right now. But as we're talking about the circle has yet taken one another shift, and now the circle is going to be moved towards a kind of southern region and at the same time eastern region intact as well. But the team BD, they're going to be fighting with the team ISSL Totter has eliminated Calum, knocked him out, finished him up. Thor is also be facing some casualties in towards that area, but Thor was one of the guys that just faced the casualty by dropping out of his own car, not by anyone's blowing up the car, but his jumping out of the car. Iran and Root, no one of these two guys are actually going to be going towards his own teammate to save him up, because if they go, they're going to be into the crossfire of two different teams, two different particular teams that can have a chance of wiping them out, eliminating them from the back. We can see BTS also entering out towards the team ISSL location, and as team ISSL got one kill, which is off Thor. Thor kill was finally taken by the team BTS in this regard in this location. We can see Psycho entering out from the back location, ISSL. All 3 players are going to be over here, frozen into the back angle as well, on top of the hill, on top of the mountain, trying his level best to get the best position for the team. Tryouts, if we're talking about this guy, he's kind of like close by to his team, but on the other side, if we're talking about Psycho, this guy, and I have to say, this guy has the best position amongst the team. There goes the tap fire of the M16A4, and there goes the casualties. A huge damage was done, a huge chunk was done, but not enough. Just barely not enough for the casualties, and this is what the demise is for this player, because he has an AKM on towards the other hand. If he had the M16A4 with maybe a 4x, maybe a 3x, or maybe even a 6x, this guy had the chance to eliminate out the player. But Team ISSL, now they know where the players are, now they know the locations, and with these new found locations, they can make a difference. Tata, BTS, they're all fighting against the teams. Team VP, I'm seeing in particular, has just been eliminated right at the very particular point. Just look at that. 2 kills on BTS Clumps. Senna got 1, and without even giving a single moment, without even getting a single knock, they just took down the whole team, the whole squad. At that point, Team SL was eliminated. At that time, we saw that, and after that, Team VP is going to be the second team that died at that location. Just look at that. 2 teams have been eliminated. We are down to the top 16 teams. Team DD, Hated, kind of like making an open entrance from that location, in which case scenario Team BTS may have a chance of getting these kills for themselves, but no, they're not going to do that. DD had 1 kill so far, and with this 1 kill in the bag, now Heated needs to move forward towards his team. He needs to regroup, and as we're talking about the regroup, just look at his team formation. 1 player is inside the circle, 2 players kind of like outside of the safe zone, and the rest of 1 player is also coming close by towards these guys, but they don't know what's waiting out for them, what's lurking in for them, because there will be a casualty, there will be a fight in this particular location. Maybe because Cracked, he has seen the player, he has spotted out the players, in which case scenario, look at that. Panut Gaming, he is going to be spotted, he's going to be shot at, and right with that headshot, he's going to be taken down. DD Crate knocking up Panut Gaming right over there, going for the next fight, but with that drop shot, he's not going to be able to get out the casualty, he's not going to be able to get out all the more knocks meant for him at that position from the backside. We can see Heated making his Heated entrance and knocking the player out, eliminating Grumpy right at that point. Just look at that. Craig's Craig's TD. He's been taken down. There goes a grenade right nearby the Hated side. Hated just missed out that grenade. Oh my god. Leaving only one player, which is going to be Sivanthi. And as Sivanthi was fighting against the player, which was, I believe so, Porta Whitey at that time. Porta Whitey with that amazing, and I say amazing comeback. Just annihilated two of the players. Devil with TD got one kill as well. And at the same time, Hated got one kill. A total of 4 kills have been done. Once again, in the elimination of one of their own team member player, TSR. These guys are right now fighting against the team Linux, I believe. So Team LNX. I'm not sure if the name is, but Team MX. LNDXW, LNDXW, MXB13. If we're talking about these guys, they're also facing some casualties because just look at that. Era super low. Wolf Bear is going to be super like far away from the team. He's not even remotely close by to his own teammates because one of the player, if he gets taken down, there is no way that the team is going to be letting this guy particularly go towards the guy and save him up. But he's trying his level best. He's trying to regroup with the team. They know the location, they know the position, they know the place where the enemies are going to be. Wolf at that same time has also been spotted by the team TSR, but from the back angle there was just a one shot on towards this guy and making sure that he gets in towards the safe side as well. There was a smoke, and in that smoke comes a grenade from the team TSR. I'm seeing a particular angle in which case scenario Samael and Fuji are going to be together. From the back angle we can see the third player making a backstab for the team, which is going to be from the Pachi side with that M249, 121 bullets loaded. Team LNDX MX B13 are also going to be spotted. There goes a tap fire, there goes a burst fire from the teams, but no engagement, no eliminations from their angle, from their particular locations. Apache, he has to get into the safe side. He has to get in towards a location where not only he is going to be safe, but at the same time he can take out the casualties. Team BTS, Team 2S, all the other teams are actually facing other casualties as well. All the teams are actually facing other fights as well. In which case scenario, just look at that. BT Root and C has been eliminated. There comes a grenade from the team ISSL side. Pricex is not knocked out in this region, but from the Samael side, in which case scenario Wolf was knocked out. Pricex was also taken down. BTS against the team BTS right now in this regard. Cena, Clumsy, and Porta are going to be the only two players, only three players that are going to be surviving. Hema G-Rod is going to be fighting with the GKR. GKR is also facing out some casualties in that particular location. Moving on to the team GKX, GKR, we can see Anusan just waiting out for the eliminations, waiting out for the players to finish him up, or at that same time the circle to, or the knocked out damage to finish himself up at that position. But if we're talking about the circle, if we're moving on towards the circle, we can see DD Neo. It was so far away from his team that he was taken down. He was eliminated at that point. But from the angle, we can see a southern region is that a region whereas the team are going to be facing a lot of casualties. Iran is going to be fighting with the Frozen. Frozen has been taken down. Iran with that single-handedly elimination on one of the team players. It was just amazing. These guys are just engaging with the one another. Just look at that. INC is going to be taking yet another fight. Team 15 is going to be there, but no, from the back angle, Team BTS is not going to let that opportunity go by. They're going to seize that opportunity. They're going to make sure that they win out this particular locations, and there we have it. Team BTS right now against the team ISSL in this region. VP, these guys are here as well. Patia is going to be there. Psycho is going to be in towards the open area as well, just prone down. From the back angle we can see TSR, Pachi, T4R just being spotted by the player DD. BT is going to be there as well. If we're talking about the team DDX reflects BT, in fact this guy's kind of far away, but at the same time with a 3-angle scope, the 3-time scope, he can actually see kind of far away on towards the team TSR. Team TSR at that same particular angle just phased out a headshot on himself, making him bleed out from the head right at that very position. Look at that. The health was super low. He has to heal himself right at that time with that M249. Once again, amazing shots on towards the players, trying his level best to get the elimination, but no, Viper is going to be the one that is going to use that SKS headshot on the Pachi side this time around, eliminating him. But Reflex BT is going to take that kill for himself. It's going to be taking for granted. First kill has been done by the team DTX BT. in this regard, 11 teams are going to be surviving. Still 11 teams are going to be alive in this small of a circle, in the small of a region, whereas each and every single team is going to be facing off against each other in hopes to be saved from one another. ISSL against the team BTS, in which case scenario, just look at that, clumsy user getting out of that location, shooting at the car, shooting at the buggies, getting some damage done on towards the players, getting back into towards the safe region. 2 million Marco is going to be taking out a price X at that time. BTS Tryson has also been taken down. Just look at that, the numbers are dropping like candies. Once again, team numbers are not dropping, but at the same time, the player numbers are still dropping down, most definitely. But will this be enough to put the teams in a panic situation or not? Because if the teams are in a panic situation, they will make some mistakes like the Psycho just did right now, getting on the backside of the buggy, trying in hopes to get inside of that circle. And at the same time, the VP Viper WT dude is going to be amazing. Just look at that Omega X with that amazing 4x spray, getting yet another knockout right from the car, right from the Mirado at that position. And now he's going to be making sure that his car is not blown away, and he has to make sure his way inside of that circle may just be possible, may just be amazing, because he wants to survive. He wants to make sure that he stay alive, and that is the reason that he's not going to take the car so far away. But as soon as he's going to get out of the car, they're going to be spotted by the team BTS, I believe. So 2 million Steve is also going to be fighting with the team VP at that time. And as we're talking about the team BTS right now, they're going to be fighting against the team 2 million, making sure that the 2 million is all alive. BTS Senna is going to be the only person alive for the team. From the back angle, we can see another team making its way close by toward these guys. Senna has nowhere else to go right now. It's either the face up front side of the team B, I believe, so 2 million. And at the same time, from the back angle, it's going to be the team DD at that time. So two teams, two different teams that are just on the verge of getting this guy's kill, this particular player's kill. Will they be actually able to get that? Because so far, if one of the player, one more team that gets annihilated, that gets eliminated, is still going to be faced off with just 1 point, and that was just happened. The player was eliminated. 2 million is going to be throwing some grenades, and there goes a grenade. This might just be it, but no, the grenade just bounced back right at him. The circle is closing on. There goes another grenade, but no, it's not going to do any good as well. No, Nito is making his way forward alongside of Marco. Marco is going to be taking out the initiative of the fight as well, because the player that is from the team BTS Senna, he's just surviving, and I'm still confused on how this particular guy is surviving. The drop shot was done. He was already dropped out. He was trying to get on top. He was trying to stand up, but it was not enough to get the elimination done on towards the players, and that was it for this guy as well. We're down to the top 6 teams. 16 total players are going to be surviving, and all of the teammates are going to be facing off against each other. All of the team members, all of the players are going to be facing off against one another in the casualty section, because so far, if we're talking about the team composition, if we're talking about the player composition, the fight is actually going to be somewhat of a 4 versus 4 versus 3 versus 2 versus 2 versus 1 scenario. 6 total teams, 16 total players. From the side, BTS and 2 millions are the only two teams that are still alive, with all of their 4 players standing dead. Got yet another player knocked out from the team TSR side. Sam IL is going to be the only team member surviving, the only player alive for the team Fuji SG. He has been eliminated at that time by his own demise, by his own knockout. But as Sam IL is trying to get inside of that circle, he's going to be getting some of the shots on him, making sure that he is not going to go far. He has to ditch out the car. He has to get into the safe location, but from the different angle, we can already see the DT for our YT is going to be throwing out the grenades. This grenade may just hit out the place, and no, it's not going to be possible, because the player is kind of like into the far away section, is kind of in the back section. Yet another grenade goes towards the players. No, it's not going to do any good, because the player is not going to be facing out a lot of damage on him. The circle is towards this guy, but there goes a grenade. Oh my god, it was so close. Just one wall difference, and if that wall was not there, it was a total annihilation. But Rashta OP has taken down 2 million dead, and taking down the dead at that time. Just look at that. Marco and Nero both are down right now in towards that particular location. Steve is giving out the revive, but at the same time dead. What is this guy doing? He's not giving out any cover. He's trying his level best to get inside the circle as fast as possible, but he does not know where he's going. It's going to be yet another team, which is going to be the team DD. Devil TD at that time knocking out Devil. And at that same time, Nero, as soon as he got out in the open, he was taken down as well. But no, Steve is not going to be able to pop out the first aid kit, and this is going to be it for the 2 million at this position. We are finally down towards the top 3 section. 8 total players. Fight is going to be a 4 versus 3 versus 1. A solo player that is surviving from Team RSX. It's just amazing. It's just amazing on towards the guy. BTS, all 4 of the players, all 4 of the men standing in this particular location, in this particular region is just amazing towards these guys. So any of these fights may just mean the annihilation of the other team. DD, if we're talking about the team DD, the 3-man squad, they have somewhat of a compound for themselves. They have somewhat of a position for themselves where they can take the cover, where they can take like the peak fires, the peak cover fires. But on the other hand, they have to also move inside that circle, and that is going to be the most hectic situation for these guys. And on the other side, if we're talking about the team BTS, despite being like a 2-2 split cell, these guys not only have outside the circle position but inside the circle position as well. But look at that RS Bacha. What just happened? And Molly just came in towards this guy's house, right on him, lit him on fire, made sure that he bleeded out good, used his first aid kit at that particular time. And now, as he's down to the last 2 first aid kit, he has to make sure he has to get out of this particular house, because not only that the house is no longer inside the circle has also started to take a shift. The damage is going to be so much, the circle damage is going to be doing so much of a damage that this guy is not going to survive with just measly 2 first aid kits, and it will be all it for this guy in the soon future. But before that, will the team DD face out the casualties or not? Because Bacha has just jumped out of this particular location, taken down by the team BTS right after that point, and leaving the fight towards a 4 versus 2, in fact, for 3 versus 3, in fact, situation. Hated is taken down, but the kills that the team DD has, the TD lineup, is just amazing. 14 kills towards this particular team. Every single one of the player has an amazing kills. Porto YT, he's taken down. Hated was super low on that HP, but finally, after a short while, that guy was also taken down, making the winner chicken dinner towards the team BTS, having the upper hand into the kill section, in towards the man advantage position. That was just it for these guys. From the back angle, from the front angle, both of the angles were taken down by the team BTS at that time. And from the back, from the front, both were the positions, both were the locations that were used to take down the team DD at that time, getting a beautiful, and I say beautiful, 11 kills once again for the second chicken dinner team as well. But on the other side, if we're talking about the team DDTD lineup, these guys just outperformed themselves. 14 kills, a double-digit kill, a new threshold has been set by these guys in this match for the rest of the 2 matches that are still going to be hosted. But on the number 3rd side, we can see Team RSX with just 3 kills. But with that, the second match, which was of the Miramar, has finally came to its conclusion, has finally came to its end. And once again, as we already know, after the second match, what we need to do, because we did it after the first match as well, and that is going to be, we're going to be going on a short break. So you guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the short break. So until then, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, and share the stream as much as possible, because there are still 2 matches left. And as we see the lobby being filled up with 18 to 19 teams, it's going to be a chaotic situation. So stay tuned, stay connected. We will be right back.
They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it, getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began, to start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found, and you can't start again until you break down. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. To start again. I'll see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Hold on, hold on. You're not lost, you're not lost. Hold on, hold on. You're not lost, you're They said, don't fall. Don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run. Don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. To start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. To start again. I'll see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. Just start again. You won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Hold on, hold on. You're not lost, you're not lost. Hold on, hold on. You're not lost, you're They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break
right, everyone, and welcome back after the short break. After the short while, once again, over towards the matches where we are finally back live, where we are finally all together after the short break. And after this short while, once again, joined by me as your host, as your caster, Torix, and this time around, finally, the second, our co-caster. Our caster has joined us, and Gaming, Sour Candy Gaming, welcome over to the show.
Thank you so much, Torix. Looking ahead to start the match. Okay, so the third match that we have it is of the Sandhawk match, and over here we can see that the plane path is from. The plane path. Every team has just landed towards the drop, and we can see some of the teams are already indulging themselves in a fight. Team 5, that is Team SL, is also indulging in a fight. SL Doom just knocked out one player with yes, and the other player is also knocked out of the team 12, and I think he's going to get eliminated. They are having a fight in the boot camp area over here, and they are taking a fight. Main building, there are three players over here. He just knocked that player out, and he just gave him the finish off as soon as possible. And the other player is already on his knees, and a TPP, a good TPP, but the player already went. He changed his position, his angle, and he couldn't survive the 1v1. He just backstabbed the player and he got eliminated.
Definitely, he got eliminated, and with that, a complete squad wipeout was phased out by the team at that time by the hand of Team SL. But in this regard, in this scenario, Team SL did not lose a single one of their players. Doom, Hazen, Amare, and since they are all standing on towards their on towards their feet right now, but on the kill feed, we can see the Team TC. They're also going to be fighting off in towards that area. And moving on to the Team TC, we can already see that in the Paradise Resort, they're fighting against the team that is going to be the team TSR in this region. Fuji was the guy that was eliminated. Pachi, Samael, and 619 was the only three players that is surviving. But 619, talking about this guy, he does not have a helmet. He does not have a vest. So any bullets that is going to be connected on this guy is going to be lethal for him right now. But there we go, Samael with that amazing fire, knocking out one of the players. And right at that point, there goes the rush. Pachi is going to be entering from one location, Samael from the other angle, and at that same time 619 is going to be entering out from the back angle as well. But look at that, a complete change out of the gun lineup with one DBS addition.
Yes, exactly. And I don't think this team is going to indulge in a fight. They are going to wait for the initial knock from the team, and then they are going to move towards the rushing team and area. He is just giving revive to his teammate. TC team is giving the revive, and yes, now they are going to change their position so that they are not able to give their reveal their location, and they are also trying to be safe. Otherwise, the other team, that is Team 21, he is just getting spotted, and yeah, the other team is trying to do the third party, and he just got safe. He is into the covers, but he just lost half of his health. And Team 7 is trying to Team 9 is trying to do the third party. They are trying to play really tough, but three teams, we can see that they are having a fight in the Paradise Resort, but only one player of Team 9 can be spotted over here. But now they are going to indulge in a fight with the Team 21. Team 10 versus Team 21, that is TC versus TSR.
Definitely, these three teams are going to be facing off against each other in a deadlock because we saw that the team TC that was fighting with the team TCR at that same time, the position that the team TCR was, they were indulged from a bank angle. They were like a backstab from a different team, which was from the team DDX at that time, knocking out one of the players, doing a huge damage on towards the player. But with that Samael grenade, if you remember, Sour Candy, it was just amazing getting one knock over towards the area. Samael once again is taking out the initiatives of the fight, but this time around, Zeno X Love is gonna use that grenade to knock him out. 619 has nowhere else to go but with that level 3 vest. Now this guy has a chance. DBS is being used right at this position. 2 bullets per 4 bullets per 7. No luck whatsoever. TSR did not survive out this particular location, and TC just got 2 of the kills from this particular angle in towards their backpack. And on the other side, if we're talking about the team DD, they got the same amount of kills for the team and getting yet one another a complete team vibe out in this area. A total of 16 teams are right now remaining. A total of 62 players are going to be surviving in towards the game, and with the Sandhawk beauty that the early fights, the early engagement, the right off the bat fights that indulge in each other is just amazing, and that's what we're facing right now in the Paradise Resort. After the third party fight has ended, there comes yet another third party. I'm not even sure if this is called a third party right now, if it's going to be a fourth party at this position, because one team was completely annihilated, and right now the two teams, TC and 2S, are the only two teams that are going to be inside of that Paradise Resort, maybe facing off against each other. But if they know that there is not anyone in that area, in that particular area, they will let their guard down, and that will mean that the team that will not let their guard down is going to have the upper hand, and making sure the other team is going to be facing off their demise.
Exactly. Team 14 is also trying to make their way to the Paradise Resort, but Team 9 just thought that there is someone in that house and he was trying to throw a nade over there. He just cooked it, but there was nobody, so he couldn't get a knock for himself. But yes, we can see that Team 8 is on a different position. Team 14, I don't think he's going to come. This team is going to come to the Paradise Resort unless and until there is any sort of knockout that they do it. If any team tries to get one initial knock, then it will be a call for rush. But I don't think right now over here we can see that four teams are indulging themselves into coming towards Paradise Resort. One team is coming from the north side, and the others, two teams, we can see they are coming from the boot camp area. I think this team SL and Team VG, are going to indulge. VP, sorry, they are going to indulge in a fight. But let's see which team just eliminates the first player. Initial knock is going to be very important because the other team just starts to panic, which will result into any particular team's elimination.
Definitely, a first knock is kind of like a tiebreaker situation for the teams, for their particularly aggression or their removal of that singular play. So that is the thing for the initial knock. But on the other side, still the Paradise Resort is fully covered from all the four sides: the northern side, the southern side, and somewhat of a western side as well. But into the kill feed, the SL versus the VP, these two teams are going to be indulging once again against each other. In which case scenario, if we're talking about the team VP, Johnny is going to be the only person standing for the whole team, and as this guy is the solo player surviving, Team SL did not give them a single chance to get themselves back on towards their feet. Amare, right after that third knockout, is also going for that aggression. Just look at that, 6 kills so far, the 7th on the way, and this might just be the 8th kill for the whole team. And just look at that, a beautiful annihilation of the whole team, getting a total of 8 kills, and out of those 8, 3 kills goes towards Amare's side. Hazen is gonna have a somewhat of a no kills whatsoever for the team, 3 kills for the Doom as well, and that must mean that Susti has got 2 kills in towards that area. But into the kill feed, it's not going to be stopping. Team BDS versus Team BDS is actually happening. Moving on to the Team TC side, we can also see they're going to be facing off against the team of VP right at this particular location in towards the Paradise Resort, whereas there will be yet another team that will make out a third party in this area. But Team SL, Team TC, these two teams, as they're facing off against each other. We also have to talk about the team BTS that is fighting against their own other team members, that is fighting against their own other lineup outside of the circle right now, Candy.
Yes, Team BTS versus Team BTS. We were able to see their fight, and I think that team just got eliminated. But the other person, he's trying to run towards the zone so that he can. Their duo players are surviving it. They are running towards the zone so that they can at least get points, placement points, as well as kill points at the end of the match for their team. And survival is very important because placement points matters more than the kill points. So they are just duo surviving. So they are just trying to run. But Team 13, that is team again BTS, they are also trying to run behind the team. They don't know the exact location of the other team, that is Team BTS. They are just trying to open up their scope and try to locate the enemy or spot the enemy. But Team 16 has come very very far away from those enemies. So yeah, I think they are going to survive, and they he is going to survive. Actually, this is a solo player. Okay, one just got finished off. He was knocked, and there was not a situation that he could get any sort of revive from his teammates. So yes, now we can see that he's a solo player surviving. And talking about the military base area, 3x okay damage, but he couldn't get a knock for himself. He was half HP, but now he has to change his position in order to avoid getting knocked by any sort of throwables from the team. Team 10, okay, he's having a Molito. He's also taking angle. He's giving ADS to his teammates. He's waiting for the player to to get spotted. But what do you think? He's going to get knocked or not?
Definitely, we have to see if he's gonna get knocked or not, because from the back angle, Avish, oh my god, just knocked out Amare, and at the same time, just look at that, Suste health is super low on that area. At the same time, Grumpy also spotted Suste at that location, but Suste beautifully and cheekily just dodged out all the bullets, getting to the safe side. Doom and Suste are going to be the only two players surviving for the whole team right now, and as these two players are the only ones surviving, as this is a duo, they're gonna be indulging into the fight, and they have to make sure that they get some initial knocks in this area, but no, it's not going to be possible as Doom has been taken down. So stay as the final hope of the team. He's been spotted from the front side, from the back side, from a different angle as well, because if we look in the back side, there is the team TC in this regard. From the other side, we can see Team VP actually making their way in towards this area, and Team SL, they're only two-man standing as Suste and Hazen as their final hopes. Suste was able to revive out Hazen at that location, and right now Hazen with that damage level 2 West, he has to like make some call-outs, either to leave out of this location, either to get out of this particular city, or just get the initialization of the knock, because the other teams, that is the TC and VP, if they get to get against each other in this fight, there is a chance for the team TC at that time, from the team SL at that time, that they can actually make a comeback from this angle, because talking about the team TC in particular, these guys are also two-man standing right now. These guys are also a duo surviving, which is Grumpy and Avish. But on the other hand, if we're talking about the team VP, these guys have all of the four players intact, all alive. Not a single damage is done aside from those like almost 75% drop HP. But from the other angles, from the different kill feeds, we can also see the team RS, Bacha fighting in the Swaggy at that location, RSX, the BTS, they're also fighting. Tryouts is knocked out, and different players from different teams are facing some of the casualties, but still 3 kills have been done by the team RSX. Bacha and Ashan were the two guys that made the team still stand on towards their feet, and getting the knockouts, getting the eliminations of this area, and after like getting those eliminations, they're going for that revival factor, in which case scenario Bacha has one kill for the Ashin, and at that same time there was a 1 kill done by G Rod Complex at this position as well. But still, the 14 number of the teams have been dropped down to the 13, and now there's going to be just a one unfortunate team, Candy, that will still get no position point whatsoever, because they have to be either on the top 12 or below.
Okay, talking about the zone, we can see that zone is covering half of the area from Paradise Resort, Camp Bravo, and Khan. Okay, he spotted the enemy trying to give a knock, and over here we can see they are using throwables, but it's a 1v1 and he couldn't survive. M4 versus AKM, and he just knocked out. He just got eliminated out of this match. The team couldn't survive it, and now over here we can see the fight. Another fight. He's trying to spot the enemy using 3x on M4. And for 16, let's see if he's able to spot any enemy out of this. So many teams. Okay, he's in the zone and waiting for the players outside of the zone coming. He is trying to take different angles, different everything. Team 5, opposite of that, we can see that Team 7 is also over there. Let's see if they are going to indulge in a proper fight or not. One player is exactly down, and let's see if this nade goes to him properly or not. It is going to be early elimination for Team 7, because we have seen them surviving, and he just spotted the enemy. Let's see if he's going to give him any sort of... Oh, that was a very easy knock, but I don't think he just missed it and he couldn't knock it. So now he has to change his position, otherwise he's going to get knocked out by the other team. But let's see, he has a nade in his hand. If this nade just gets properly cooked, and yes, what a perfect knock with the nade. Junior just knocked it out. Team NIC's player down. He has using some of the throwables, that is Molito. He is just trying to cover himself from the backside with the help of smokes on the right side also, but now let's see the other team. There are so many teams. Team 7 versus the other team is also here, Team 10, and he's spotting another down, and oh my god, he just eliminated that player also. He just finished it off, and Team 7 is also getting knocked out because of the other team. Here we can see situation is of third party, also Team 5 versus Team 7, and the other team is also trying to give some sort of damage, that is Team 10. He's trying to give random fires in the smoke, but he couldn't get initial knock for his team, otherwise it will be a call for a rush. And Team 5's players are eliminated, they are knocked out, they are on their knees, and the other teammates are trying to give them revive, but Team 7 is trying to change their angle, change their position, and trying to rush on them. Team 5 versus Team 7, let's see.
Definitely, we have to see how the teams are actually going to fight, because so far we're down to the top 11 teams, 36 players that are still going to be surviving. But I was really amazed by the team DD and team BD fight, where like none of the players know the exact location of each other in this regard. The team BD, like they were just getting out of the houses, and they were taken down by the team DD at that point. A beautiful angle was taken by the team. DD is one of the players, and I think that was from junior location, whereas he was like under their own nose. They were under his own house, their own house, and that was the reason that he was able to get one of the kills for his team. So far, 36 players are all going to be alive. Talking about the circle, circle has yet another taken a shift towards the northern side region, northern side area, whereas 2 million right now is kind of like almost in the dead center of the circle. But the rest of the teams, which is one of the team DD, BD, they're kind of like face to face against each other. DD, the TD lineup, they're like inside of the circle as well. Two-man split cell is being done by them, but outside of the circle, once again, MXB13 is going to be one of the team that is completely in the corner of the region of the blue zone. But at the same time, there is going to be yet another team, which is going to be the team BTS. There comes a grenade nearby the Rashad OP, and he gets some splash damage, not enough for the elimination. Comes a molly with a beautiful like area of that region, whereas the molly was able to get the player not only to not rush on towards this guy, but also gave him out of that particular location. That was enough for the team MSX B13 to get the first kill for their teammate as well. There goes the fourth, a total 4 kills. But now this team needs to get inside of the circle, because the circle from the back angle has started. Team MSX, they had the cars, they had the coupes, they just took it out, and after that they straight up moved inside of the circle. But on the other side, the team BTS that were fighting against them, they're in a facing off a casualties position. G-Rod is fighting against the team DD at that time. Teams whereas have to get inside of that circle. Already the teams that is inside of the circle are going to be indulging into the fight. They're getting be engaged into the fight against one another, and that is a question, Candy, because which team will take out who right now is a major question. Each and every single angle inside of this circle is kind of like either atop of the hill or inside of that houses, so either the teams have to be really careful on which angle they have to pick for the players to be spotted, or whereas where they have to go for them to be into a safer angle.
Yes, exactly. Some of the teams are struggling to move into the zone, but some of the teams are already in the zone and they are holding the best positions and the best compounds that they can hold for themselves, so that they can just try to get initial knocks as well as kills for the team, as well as the placements, because they are trying. And this was a perfect knock by Thor. Thor just knocked out one player of DDX, and it's a call for rush. They had just they are rushing on the team, but Team 7 is also here, and he's just trying to give cover to his teammates. Let's see if he's going to get any sort of elimination for the team or not. Is there a knock? But he knocked out another player of ISSL. We can see that they are rushing towards the team, and one initial knock, and I think only solo player is surviving over here from the Team 7. One is already on his knees, and let's see if he is able to knock down the player or just give the kill to the other team. Let's see what kind of situation is going to happen over here. We can see that on his left side, Team 10 is also moving towards the team, towards this compound. So he is going to have a sandwich type of situation over here that we will be able to notice. Solo player surviving, and he is with one kill. I think placement is very important. He is not trying to give any location to his teammates, but yes, he is camping over here, and I think the team already knows his location, and they are trying to rush, and I think he's eliminated. He couldn't even give any sort of damage to the other team, and he just got eliminated. team 7 is eliminated from this match. That is third match of the Sandhawk. Team 3, we can see he's trying to spot the enemies in the front also, and in the backside also he has a lot of enemies in front of him as well as behind him. So let's see if they are able to hold this compound or not. They will try to get a knock and just otherwise they are trying to play towards the cover game, that is. And one player over here we can see he's knocked out. Let's see if he's going to get any sort of revive, but the teammates are not over here of team 17. So yes, he is just going to get confirmed over here. He just got knocked out because of the vehicle explosion, but zone is also coming, so I don't think it's going to be a good option for the team to come and revive the other teammate. But team 6 also realized that the zone is coming and it is better not to take fight or indulge themselves in a fight. But this player is going to get knocked out of the zone and
No.
he just got eliminated by the other player. Oh my god, he was so close to reach the zone, but he just got eliminated from the left side.
Definitely, he was eliminated by the team from the left side of his angle, leaving us with a total of 9 teams, 24 players are surviving. Team ISSL, they're also facing some kind of casualties as they were trying also to move inside of that circle. But as we're talking about the team ISSL, not only like they got knocked out, but they also made sure that they do a trade of a knockout on towards the team BD at the same time that was facing against them. But right now, Team BD is being faced from two different angles. One is going to be the team VP, and from the other angle is going to be the team ISSL. They have to move inside of that circle in the kill feed. We can see 2 million again fighting with the team VP, in which case scenario, just look at that. Partya is the only player surviving from the team VP side. A total of 7 kills have been done, and none of the kills are actually being done by the Partya in this regard, in this location. And now it's all up to Partya's on where she's gonna go. He is gonna go, and he has to make sure that he gets not only inside of that circle with only a 3 first aid kits. It's not gonna be possible to out heal of the circle after the circle actually take a shift, and in which case scenario 40 seconds before the circle actually like closes and the next circle becomes available for the teams RS. At the same time, with all of their might, all of their 4 players still standing in towards the game, Complex is going to be the one of the player that is knocked out, but he's going to be given out that revival factor outside the circle. They will be making their way inside, and as they're making their way inside, Complex, I believe so, may just get knocked out once again, but no, he's not going to be knocked out this time around. No vest whatsoever on this guy, and I'm really curious on a single bullet on the vest from an AKM, a barrel, or even any kind of 7 gun is going to be a total disaster for him as well. But no, it's
Oh
not going to
my
be a
god.
gun, it's going to be actually a grenade right on his face. Like going like blasting off right on his face. But on the other hand, if we're talking about the team DD, right at that point, Devil TD is going to be the only person standing, and slowly and steadily he's going towards his player Hated to give out the revival factor. A total of 4 teams are going to be surviving in this area, and if we're talking about all of these 4 teams, it's going to be a 4 versus 3 versus a 3 versus a 2 scenario. But 2 million, they have lost one of their player as well, and second player is kind of like knocked out. So 3 versus 3 versus 3 versus 2. But no, just look at that, the caster curse. As soon as we're talking about the team, they are also losing out all of their players. Team RS has also lost one of their players, so making sure the fight goes towards the 3 versus 2 versus 2 versus 2. Right now, the best chance of getting a winner with a chicken dinner goes towards the team ISSL, because not only they have 8 kills so far, but each and every single player that is playing from their team right now, they have somewhat contributed towards the team. They have somewhat done something towards the other team. But if we're talking about the other teams, which is going to be the team DD, they have only got 2 kills so far. From the back angle, we can see RS SN has been spotted right at that point. The shot was done by the team DD Devil, but no, Hated is that guy that is going to be taking out the kills at that time, eliminating them, finishing them off from Devil's side. A total of 5 kills so far. Million is going to be the solo player standing for the 2 million lineup. Team ISSL, they're entering other area. They have spotted out the player. Just look at that. Right with that engagement, they were rushing
Okay.
over towards the players and getting that winner chicken dinner for themselves. Our ISSL, with that amazing winner chicken dinner, not only they managed to get 11 kills for themselves, but at that same time a winner chicken dinner on top of that. So 15 points from the winner chicken dinner, and at that same time 11 kills. So that makes them a total of 26 points in this single match. the tides have been turned yet once again, because we saw the first two matches are somewhat won by BTS, and at that same time there was another team, but now a different team has been spotted for the winner chicken dinner, making sure the fight stays equal in this regard. But if we're talking about the second number, we're also talking about the team DDX TD lineup, which got 5 kills for themselves, 4 kills from double TD side, 1 kill for Hated, and 2 million on the third spot with the 3 kills as well.
Exactly. अच्छा बोलना okay, sorry. Exactly, it was a very good chicken dinner. We saw every team trying so hard to survive, as well as they were trying to get kills for the teams, but only the best team with the great strategy could make it till the chicken dinner. And they not only got the chicken dinner, but also they managed to get 11 kill points, which is actually very good, which makes a total of 26 points, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, 26.
Okay.
Definitely 26 point for those guys in a single match, and that must mean that the threshold for the last match is almost like even more higher right now. But with this, with our fourth match, we will come back, and until then, we're gonna be going on a short break. So you guys don't go anywhere. Stay here, guys. Stay connected with us. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, and share the stream as much as possible. And we will be right back with the fourth match. So until then, don't go anywhere.
They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began, to start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found, and you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began, to start again. You won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found, and you can't start again things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. You won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Hold on, hold on. You're not lost, you're not lost. Hold on, hold on. You're not lost, you're They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again
right, everyone, and finally we are back after the short break. After the short while, once again introducing myself as your host, as your caster. This is going to be Torix, and joined by me, alongside of me, is going to be once again Sour Candy Gaming. So, Sour Candy Gaming, once again, welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much, Torix. This is the last match. Unfortunately, the tournament is going to come to an end, and over here we can see that the last matches of the Erangel map, and over here we can see that okay, the plane path. Let's talk about the plane path. The plane path is from Zarhi to Melta Power, and it is going to be very easy for the teams to go to their drop locations because it is a middle plane path. So it is going to be very easy for the teams, and already we can see that so many teams have just opened up their parachutes and they are running towards their drop locations. Over here, we can even see that 3 to 4 teams are trying to reach to the Georgia pool, and over here we can see that the teams can indulge themselves in an early fight. And over here we can see that first zone is also in front of us, and the first zone is also covering the northern side, that is the Virni, the exactly into the middle. And over here we can see that the fight is happening in the school area of the team 20, that is Grod. Okay, Grod complex over here with the AKM. He's trying to rush over the player, but not possible at all because the other team, I think they are going to be the entire team over here. Team 17 is also here. That is the Lindex W. Okay. Lindex W is over here, and I think they're going to indulge in a fight. But over here, he's trying to change, and he just got knocked out by RS Himal Grod. He just knocked out and finished him off with the help of a shotgun. It was an early fight. They just lost 2 players. MX813 team just lost their 2 players, and we can be seeing duo players surviving. But do you think that they are going to eliminate, or they are going to get eliminated by the other team, that is team 20? But team 20 is over here only with duo surviving. He is here with a shotgun, but do you think he's going to eliminate it or not? And yes, another elimination, and I think the team just finished off. Only one player is going to survive. He is having Uzi in his in his hand. It's going to be a shotgun M4 versus Uzi. Let's see if he's going to get eliminated or not. Okay, I think they are just trying to change the position and trying to change the angle, but it was not a good name. This is a situation of 1v2. He is trying to change his position as much as possible. M813, and he just knocked out one player. Oh my god, he just knocked out, and he just got him finished off with the help of UMB. And do you think he's going to get him also a knock? But he couldn't survive, and that was a kill. Grot Complex just finished him off, and he just got the kill. He just eliminated 2 players. There were duo players, just eliminated the squad, the entire MX813 squad.
Definitely, MX B13 was completely annihilated by 2 of the team G Rod. The player complex got 2 kills. 2 kills was done by Himal G Rod at that time, and with that amazing engagement, with that amazing fight, with the amazing use of the shotgun towards its fullest, I think at this point the win was completely unavoidable for these guys. The way that these guys just used the shotgun at the very start, but now the team BTS is also entering out the location after knowing that yes, one of the team is completely annihilated. They want to make their entry in towards this area. They want to try and get more kills for themselves because they know that the team is still going to be facing some backlashes from the fights, from the angles that they're in right now. And slowly and steadily, as the team BTS is calling out the players, this is going to be a two-man split cell, 2 player split cell party in this area. One is going to be on the Rozok Hill, the other one is going to be inside of that school poolside area. But as we're talking about the circle, as we talked about the circle into the very start of the match, it actually went towards the northern side region, which was the Severny, almost in the dead center of the circle. But if we're talking about the complete dead center, it's going to actually be at top of the Rozok Hill, Rozok angle. But in this regard, this time around, in this particular match, not many teams went towards the south region. Not many teams went towards the southern region, and that is one of the reasons that we're seeing a lot of cluster at the northern side city and the container side of the JoJo pools right now. DD And at the same time, Team 2 Million, once again, they have landed towards the Yasnaya Poliana area. They're looting their position right now. After that, they will be moving out of that location. But Team G Rod Complex, with that amazing fire, I think he just tried to do some damage on towards the player, in which case scenario, just look at that. Frozen is super low on that HP. All the shot that was done to him was right on the head side, was right on the headshot, and this is one of the reason that this guy has to move into the backside, because one more shot on towards his helmet means that he's not going to be surviving any more shots on him, as his helmet is going to be no more. But the team BTS, that is Outwit and Psycho, both of those two players, as they're slowly and steadily making their way close by towards the player from the team G-Rod, it's not like an over aggression, and at that same time it's not like a complete safe side rotation, because team BTS slowly and steadily are trying to make their way forward, not just straight up going for that aggression. But on the other hand, just look at that team G-Rod Complex. Does he know where the players are? Does he know where the enemies are going to be? Because he's just entering out the poolside location, and if he enter out that location, he will die. But look at that, he was given out the position from the one angle. He was done a good shot, good knockout on towards the player, but he did not anticipated the next player location. Tryouts was the guy that just got the final kill for his team. The complete squad of the G-Rod is going to be no more, and with that, we're down to the top 16 teams with 63 players still standing in towards the match. But on the other side, in towards the Jojo Pool container side areas, the back side, the northern side angle, we can see the team BTS and team TSR once again indulging with one another.
Exactly. Let's see if there's going to get a knocked out. He's just trying to give random fires in the smoke, but he's trying to be in cover before he gets any sort of knock, because the other player is giving 13 team 13 players giving him cover from the left side. TSR Samir, we can spot him over here. Three players are in front of him, and do you think he's going to get himself knocked out, or he's going to have initial knock? Okay, he is. I think. 75% of his health is left, and he's trying to fall back as soon as possible, but he couldn't survive over here, BDS, and he just got knocked out. And the other player also got knocked out. Team TDSR, one player is knocked out into team BDS, also another player is also knocked out. Let's see if the other person is trying to give him cover from the behind or not. ADS is going to be provided. He's trying to fall back as soon as possible before he gets finished off, but let's see if it's going to get any sort of a revive or not by his teammate, because it is too open, and he's also trying to spot the enemy team BDS. The other person is going to give a revive and giving to cover, but let's see. I don't think he's going to get any sort of revive. Two players actually. He's the solo player surviving at the moment, because the other person, the other player, that is Samir, is on his knees, and I think yes, he just got eliminated. Solo player surviving, and he I think he should not give any fire right now, and he should just try to take out placement points for his team, because the four players are over here from the team BDS, and it's going to be tough for him to handle a 1v4 fight, because all the players of the team 13 are together. Two players are in front of him, and two players just went to the left side searching for the other player that is searching for him only. Over here he's trying to spot the enemy into the smoke, but the other player, okay, he is trying to be as safe as possible so that he does not get eliminated by the team BTS.
Definitely. None of the team has completely been annihilated. If we're talking about the team TSR right now, Pachi 40R, this guy is not giving out a single fire on towards the team, because he knows it's going to be a chaotic situation, but he actually did it. Team BDS right in front of him. Two players are in the front, two players in the back. He has nowhere else to go right now, because from the back angle, as the two players are entering out the location, he's going to be throwing out one smoke, the only smoke that he has to make himself a good cover, almost like a good cover into this area. But as soon as he's gonna enter out this location, he's gonna be taken down from a different angle. Just look at that from the back angle, we can see the player entering out with a buggy. What is going on? No one's spotting this guy, and as they're entering out that location, one player has been taken down by Pachi, but at the same time, the player was right at that position for the cover for the position. And just look at that, Ash getting that one more kill, a complete squad annihilation. Right after that has been faced by the teams Rashad OP, AB, one not OP, Rocky, and Ash. All four of the players are still surviving. They have the Jojo pools all for themselves, and at the same time, Yasnaya Poliana, outside of the Yasnaya Poliana, is kind of like contested. And as we're talking about the contestation, we're also seeing the shooting range, the northern side of the shooting range, also being contested by many of the different teams. So the fights will happen. But moving on to the team 2 million right now, they're fighting with the team BD at this position, and as they're fighting against the team BD, we can already see the team BD is kind of like facing a heavy casualties for themselves. Iran and Root INC are the only two players that is still surviving in towards this match. Iran INC, he's going to be shooting at the players. 2 million Cairo is going to be right into that position, right into that particular location. There goes a grenade from both of the angles, both of the players, but no, none of the grenades are actually going to do any kind of damage. But Iran, as he's the final player of the team, he's the solo surviving player of the team. He's going to get up, he's going to
Oh
choose the
my.
fire, but no, from the back angle, there comes a fire from the Nido side, and he has been completely annihilated on that particular location. A total of 4 kills for once again Team 2 million. This time around, Candy, I'm seeing the teams that are actually taking the fights, they're winning it completely with a huge margin. Not a single player gets annihilated from the winner team side, from the winner fight side. But Team VP versus Team BTS, so once again it's happening into the corner of the match, corner of the circle, and as Team BTS and VP Atom X is fighting in a 4 versus 1 situation almost. This guy is completely soloing out all of the position, because he's not only the solo player standing for the team, there is also going to be a third party, a third team from the back angle. He tried his Uzi towards the level best, but no, he could not do it, and there was the elimination on towards the sky, getting yet one another team completely out of the match. And with the 13 teams still standing, 49 players are still remaining, the fights are still happening.
Exactly, you can see on the left side also there are teams, and they might just try to save their vehicles because the other team are trying to damage the vehicles. Three teams are on the same side, and three teams are going to have a sort of fight. Team 7 is over here, near team 12, and they're going to have a fight. And one player is here, and I think he's going to get knocked out. And yes, one player just got knocked out. He is 1 HP, but I don't think he's going to survive. He is too low for this, and he's healing, but I think the person with the bison is going to enter, and let's see what is he able to do. Miss you.
What?
Oh my god, missed you. We miss you too. He just got eliminated. He did not have enough time to heal himself up, and he was literally 1 HP, but he knocked out one player, but he couldn't survive with the other. Another error is getting a revive. DDX error is getting a revive to his teammates, and yes, he just got revived. Luckily, he did not get finished off by the player, but over here we can see DDX are here with 2 kills, and 3 players are left. One player just got eliminated. Junior indulged in a fight in the very early, and he got eliminated. Only 3 players are left, and over here we can see on the right side of the ridge there is another team that is trying to rush over here, but to hold the compound. They are exactly on the edge of the zone, but I don't think they are going to indulge. And yes, TC is over here, Team TC, and Team 7 is going to have a fight over here, a perfect fight. Let's see. The other person is trying to give him, the other team, a cover from the ridge, above the ridge, TC. But over here we can see DDX is also indulging. They are just going on the buggy. If he gets eliminated or not, do you think he's going to get eliminated? Because already he's getting. And Team T, okay, one player just got eliminated from Team TC. Only 3 players are surviving. Trio, we can see that Trio are surviving. He is also getting some sort of damage from the other team, but over here we can see that he's almost in the cover. He just got safe, and the buggy guy couldn't survive, and he just got eliminated. Ash, sir, it's okay.
Ashen, definitely it's okay. It's all part of the game that you die, that you survive. But right now, Team TC, they were rotating with a 4-man party, and right after with that rotation, they were taken back by the teams, with all of the teams, all of the players from a different angle, and slowly and steadily, 2 of the players were chipped off from this side, leaving only the 2 surviving players, which is going to be Grumpy and Iron side right now. But as we're talking about the inside of the Severny region, we can already see the Team BTS and Team DC once again indulging with one another, fighting against one another. Uzi versus an AKM is going to be a win for the AKM in this regard, in this location. But at the same time, if we're talking about the Swaggy side, Swaggy is not making like any kind of difference. Right after the one fight, he's going for the second fight, he's going for the third fight. But as we're talking about the team BTS right now, two of the team BTS players have also been taken down. Uzi versus the UMP, and UMP in fact is going to be the one that is going to be the victorious one. It was actually a UMP versus UMP. For my bad, it was I thought Uzi, but now it's going to be Banud Gaming only surviving from the team DC side against the team BTS. Four players, one grenade came right on his face from the tryout side, and there was the eliminations on towards the guy, leaving only 11 total teams, 36 total players that are still gonna be surviving. Doom, Hazen, both of these players from the team SL are surviving. And remember, Candy, the last match in the Sandhawk, this team was one of them that like just outplayed themselves. That did a very beautiful job in surviving for themselves and getting the kills for themselves as well. But for now, there's only going to be a total of 11 teams still surviving towards the match. The circle is actually going towards the Stolber, almost like a lower Stolber city side. But right now, in this regard, team ISSL, these are the teams that are going to be fighting against each other. All of the city side areas are going to be indulged in a fight. Storm, Sensu, Love, Ravi, the three players from the team DD are going to be surviving. Sensu Love is being shot at by his own teammate, that is actually Ravi right over there. Storm has been eliminated by that beautiful molly, but there goes a grenade from the team ISSL side. Just look at that, a complete beautiful like smooth like butter elimination from the team ISSL from this angle. 3 kills out of 4 kills have been gone to resort, so that was a complete 1v3 from this guy's side. But on the other side, we can already see team SL versus team TC. They're going to be engaging with one another. Grumpy was taken down. Ironside is going to be the last player standing for the team Ironside, as he's going towards the beach side area, as he's trying his level best to move out from the beach side area. Will he be actually into the crossfire of the different teams or not? Because Team BDS was also there, giving him enough time to get into the safe side, to get into the safer region area. But Team BDS, things are not going to be looking good for them, as this guy's car is super low on that HP, but he's going to be blowing it up. But before he can blow it up from the back angle, there's going to be the VG squad that is going to eliminate him right at that point, leaving only 9 teams. 8 teams in fact, because Ironside was also eliminated. A 27 total player survival is being done right now. A total of 8 teams are going to be surviving. The 27 players still surviving, but look at that. Jimmy just used a beautiful M416 spray on Scout right on his face, getting a huge damage on him, knocking him out on the process. JBT and Error Bay has to go for the revival factor, has to go for the revival of their own teammate if they want to actually make a difference. But as soon as Error is going to be entering out that area, he's going to be facing out of with a heavy casualty fire. But no, he's going to be into the cover, he's going to be reviving out the player. And the best thing for this guy right now is that this team is in the circle.
Yes, exactly. The team. I don't know how are they getting the damage. They are in the safe area, the cover area. But I think that other people that are on the squad house side, they are giving a very good sort of damage. Over here we can see that team 18, and that is 2 million, and they are having a fight. 2 million just knocked out BTS's player, and he's going to indulge. It is a 2v2 sort of fight. Let's see if he's able to knock him out. Yes, and yes. Rashid just knocked him out, and only solo player, duo player are surviving from that is 2 million. Let's see, BDS, Psycho is surviving, and Swag is also surviving over here. Team 15, but let's see, he is too open, and if he gets eliminated or spotted by the other teams, because one team is also trying to get uh, um, yeah, they are. One team is also here trying to do the third party, and 2 millions other player also got knocked out. Do you think they are going to survive or not? So many fights are going to happen. BTS just knocked out 2 million. That 2 million is eliminated. Only one player is left. Solo player is left over here because Cairo is knocked out. 2 million Cairo is knocked out. And let's see if he's going to indulge in the fight, or he's trying to take placement for the team. But I think he's trying to get a initial knock, or let's see. Okay, that was, but the perfect nade, it was a nade on his face, exactly on his face, but he is trying to heal himself. Molly, everything, they are trying to throw the Molito, but I think he's just 1 HP. Oh no, he just succeeded in putting the health kit, but over here he is literally 1 HP again, and I don't think he's going to make it to the zone. He is not going to survive. I think the fight is going to indulge. Another nade, and he is going to get knocked again, but he survived. He managed to put his health back again, and let's see if now he is going to survive. Two players are rushing towards him, and is going to be AKM versus UMP fight. He is already trying one fire, and yes, he is 1 HP, and I don't think he's going to survive. He just got eliminated by Rashid OP. Rashid OP, BTS Rashid OP not coming slow. 11 kills for the teams. BTS, we can see, dominating the lobby with 11 total team kills. 17 players left. It is duo versus squad versus trio. Let's see which team is going to make it till the chicken dinner. Oh my god.
Definitely we have.
3v4v3. Sorry.
No, no, no. Continue on that because so far the way that the team actually is doing, it's just amazing. There were two BDSs. Even at a time, we did not even anticipated which BTS was gonna survive, but still, the four-man BTS still survived, got all of the kills, not only on the BTS, but at the same time, the other team that was residing towards that area as well. But for now, Team DD that was like making a backstab over towards this area. The Team VG that was making a backstab in towards that area. Both of the teams are going to be facing other casualties. They're going to be facing a crossfire in towards that area. But Team BTS with a three-man squad with a three-person still standing in the match. These guys, the way that these guys are staying into the cover, the way that these guys are rotating, the way that these guys are making a backstab on towards the team, it's just amazing. And just even look at that, the smokes are so much on these guys. There are so much smokes on these guys that they do not have any tension of where they want to go. Wherever they want to go, they're just gonna smoke it out and just move inside of that area. The area 5 was done. Rocky has entered out that location. Cracked is going to be staying inside of that smoke, just thrown down, and he is the last standing player from the team. DD right now, he has to give out the revival, in which case scenario he's trying his level best. Pada YT, he was Pada YT, in fact, he was taken down, he was eliminated at that time. Hated is being chased down by his own health because of the knockout factor. But there goes, as soon as the player is going to be reviving, there's going to be a thrown down sprays on towards the team BTS. So one of the player, which is going to be AB1 not, he's taken down from the back angle. We can see Rashad giving us a beautiful cover on towards the player as well. Rocky is also taking the fights, getting the eliminations on towards the players. The players that had 11 kills a moment ago now is standing with a 15 beautiful kills. Of total 4 teams are going to be surviving. One more team, a complete squad, was annihilated by these guys with that. But Team BTS right now, Rashad, this guy is facing some casualties, and judging by the factor that his health is losing down so much at such a fast pace, I don't think that he's actually going to survive unless there's going to be a high risk, high reward moment, the player just to come out right into the open side to give out his revival factor towards the sky. But no, it's not going to be done. And actually, he's doing it. He's doing the unthinkable, going straight out in the open and giving out the revival factor. He's being exposed to the Team ISSL right now, but Team ISSL, they're fighting with the Team DD, BT lineup, and at that same time, as soon as they're getting a knockout, they're going to be facing their way inside of that circle with 3 men still standing, and the fight goes towards the top 3 scenario. VG has the best position, and all of their players are standing.
Exactly. Only 10 players are left, and we have 3 teams with us. 3v4v3 situations where the most advantage I think Team VP is going to have, because the as many as more players any team is going to have, as many as manpower. I think that's a good advantage for the team, because a team is very important. So, yes, they will be seeing. Let's see if they're going to indulge in a fight for X spray, but he is in the cover, and the bullet did not get registered over here. Also, I think the vehicle, he will get knocked out because of the vehicle explosion, but he couldn't get knocked out because he was in the cover area, and he just changed his position. Okay, VP Psycho is also trying to flank from the left side with his teammate, along his teammate, but Patil is knocked out over here. VP Patil is knocked out, and he's going to get a revive. The teammate is near him, so he's going to get revived. Team 13 player, that is BTX. Rishat OP is trying to get spot the enemy and trying to get, but he has smoke all over his area, so it's not going to be easy for him to spot the enemy. Teammate is, I think, having the most advantage because they are on the upper ridge. But over here we can see, oh my god, he just knocked out two players in a single spray because the other person was just 1 HP. He did not have enough time to just heal himself up. So yes, VP, two players are knocked out, but yes, he just got revived also. And 3x is trying to spot the enemy. The most advantage, I think, team VP is going to have because they are on the ridge, but the other team is also trying to change the position. Team 13 are trying to come up from the right side, but over here we can see that team VP, that is VP, is falling back. Jimmy is trying to take out placement. He's waiting for the right time to indulge in a fight. He will be trying to do the third party over here because only two players are surviving, so they are just waiting for the right time to have any sort of fight over here. 2v3v4 fight over here, and he just got knocked out by Jimmy. As I said, he was waiting for the right time to get the knock, but Jimmy also got eliminated. Only one player surviving from ISSL squad. And over here, BTS, three players he just spotted, and VP is knocked out. VP Cobra. Okay, he just got knocked out and finished off by Rocky. BTS Rocky not coming slow. Solo 4 kills for his team over here. They are just going to open and they are just calling for the rush over right side. We have 1v3 fight. Let's see what this team ISSL do. He is also waiting. He's waiting for the right time to just knock and finish the player. He is exactly out of the zone. The zone has started. Team 8, I think, must be using utilities. He has to use some sort of nades over the player so that it gets easy knocked out. Oh my god, he just got finished off. And that was a good spray and good cover provided. ISSL. Okay, it is 1v3 situation.
Well, definitely, it's a 1v3 situation in which case scenario, Mamata, he has no chance of winning this whatsoever because not only the team BTS is kind of like far away from each other, they have also anticipated in this location. They're trying to get the kill for themselves as well, and Mamata only can give out the kill towards the play zone and not giving the team the kill as well. But the kills, if we are talking about the kills, Candy, the thing is, the team BTS not only managed to get the winner chicken dinner, but look at their kills. A total of 20 kills have been done by them. 20 is a huge number towards these guys. The way that these guys just got the kills is just amazing. They were like from the very start till the very end towards the top notch fights each and every single scenario. AB one not got 2 kills. Rashad OP got 8 kills, 9 kills but done by Rocky, 1 kill done by Ash OP. At that time a total of 20 kills were done. But on the other hand, if we're talking about the number 2 position, the team ISSL, the last player Mamata, the way that this guy actually survived, the way that this guy actually not give out the kill towards the team BTS at that time, not making their kills rise up to a 21 number. He did somewhat of a good situation, but at the same time, right now they have only 6 kills so far. VP is on the 3rd spot with only 6 kills as well in towards their backpack. But this means that all of the 4 matches have been done. All of the 4 matches are like gone, but we will be coming on a short break, and we will definitely come back after the short break. So you guys don't go anywhere because there might still be one more match. There might still be one more like match that needs to be done. So until then, you guys just stay here, stay connected. Make sure you like the stream, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and stay here connected with us, and we will come up with an update.
They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it, getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began, just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. To start again. Won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Hold on, hold on. It's not lost, you're not lost. Hold on, hold on. It's not lost, you're not They said, don't fall. Don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run. Don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. To start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. To start again. Won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done.
That the brothers on the rise now. Woo! Endless celebrations all in my house. Yeah. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. Yeah. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for critic, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Yeah. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in there. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Woo. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. They saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stats, yo. Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. My own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. thank God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super